Hey, welcome back. I've got another nice stack of comics to show off this time, so let's dig in. First off, I've got from Marvel, The Amazing Spider-Man number 157. Seriously? Hey, welcome back. I've got a nice stack of comics to show off again this time, so let's dig in. First off, I've got The Amazing Spider-Man number 157. Just beautiful illustration. Amazing Spider-Man number 157, volume 1. Let's see if I can find the copyright. Oh, there it is. Copyright 1976. The Ghost That Haunted Octopus. Ross Andrew, illustrator. Very nice. There's a story to this book, and I don't mean the Spider-Man story. This was one of some comics that someone had reached out to me asking if I would accept a donation of books, because they weren't a collector, and they just wanted people who would appreciate them to have a chance to get to them. And I said, okay, well, if you're interested in donating, I mean, I don't buy collections, but I'll take a look. So they came in, and they just kind of said, here you go. And I took a quick look, and did not let them leave the shop without taking some money for them, because it seemed wrong to me. And I'm glad that I did give them some money, because this was one of the books that was in there. It's not a high money book, you know. I'm not buying a tropical island to retire on anytime soon by selling this book. If I decide to sell it, I want to enjoy it for a while first. You don't really see too many books from the 70s in this good a condition. Yeah, because you know, you always worry, or I do anyways, when people give you stuff, when they give you comics, that sort of thing, that they don't want anymore, that afterwards they regret it. So, you know, at least he got some cash, and I got some nice books, and you know, it was a good pile of books. And so what I'm doing with the rest of them is I've already processed through them. Some of them have ended up in my dollar bins. Some of them I've set aside, and they'll be donated to youth services. I've done that previously. I did that about a year ago, because apparently really all they have that's available to them are dry textbooks and really old magazines and that sort of thing. And they seem to really appreciate the books that were sent last year. So I'll be doing that again this year. And then the remaining books, I'll be pricing them up and making them available through the shop at reasonable prices, like I always try to do, for people who do collect comic books to come in and check them out. and maybe find some treasures to take home with them. So that was a nice surprise when those books came in, and I'm happy that I'm able to take some of them, and they can help keep the lights on in the shop, and as well as take some of them and donate them to people who will enjoy them. Yeah, that's the end of that story. But I think it's a good one. It's something that I like to do. I like to give back. That's why I also have that in-store thing with the Tree Canada every month. So it's not all about making money. If I wanted to be a millionaire, I'd be selling duct tape and soap. But I prefer to sell this stuff because I enjoy it, and I know a lot of other people do. Next book I've got is from Blackthorn Publishing. It's G.I. Joe in 3D, #1. Transformers 3D ad on the back. Oh, I didn't really look through the Spider-Man one. As far as, it's just such a joy to have a book from the 70s, because these are the books that I grew up with when I was a kid. It's actually in really good condition. It is a newsstand. It does have blunt corners. There's also some sort of a divot or ding or something. See the light picking it up there. So something has fallen on it or pressed against it. Yeah, it's actually transferred into the book itself. On the first page, you can, maybe the light will pick it up. Off-white pages, but not too bad at all. So yeah, really nice. Yeah. Back to G.I. Joe. Copyright 1987. Whoa. No glasses with this one. So I'll give you a heads up if looking at way out of registration pages gives you a headache or makes you feel nauseous. Look away, because I am going to show a couple of pages. It's not huge. It's not hugely difficult to see, but it's a typical 3D book. And never owning G.I. Joe 1, I couldn't tell you if this is a reprint of, maybe it does say in the indicia. G.I. Joe in 3D #1, Blackthorn 3D series, number 20, from July 1987. No, it doesn't say if this is a reprint, but I mean that's the inside front page. So anybody who does have G.I. Joe #1, let me know in the comments if this is the 3D version of that issue. Yeah. Newsstand. It's got a scuff on the just at the spine there. Looks like something was dripped on it here. No water damage or anything. It's strange. There are some spine ticks. There's a color break just right here, just above my finger. A few more spine ticks. Next up, I've got from PC, recommended for mature readers. So, another 3D book, Three-Dimensional Alien Worlds. Huh. Okay, so this one does come with the glasses, but I'm just going to leave it in the book, even though it doesn't seem to have damaged the book. Remember some of the videos I've shown you where there have been cards, and it actually makes an imprint right through the book, including the cover. This one doesn't seem to have that. Yeah. Three-Dimensional Alien Worlds, Volume 1, Number 1, July 1984. Pacific Comics. Out of San Diego, California. There are several stories here. So it's another one if this sort of thing without the glasses makes you feel nauseous, look away. Otherwise, here we go. Ha ha ha. "3D T-Rex." Nice overall. Definitely some spine ticks, but they're going to show up more prominently because of this heavy black background, but you can see them, spine ticks that actually are color breaks. There, another one down here. Nice pointy corners though. Yeah, it's a nice book. There's more ticks up here along the spine. If the light's gonna pick it up, there you go. Huh. And another 3D one. This one, let me just... comes with glasses. Or at least hold the glasses. There, I'll use that for my thumbnail. Hey, hey! From Now Comics. The Twilight Zone 3D number 1. Married with Children comic ad on the back. A Speed Racer ad on the inside front cover. I'm glad that they've rebooted Speed Racer, a new line of comics, because the old ones are so hard to find, and whenever I have found them and then put them through inventory, they never last. I think I might have one left. I'm not sure. But they're just so popular with people. And the ones that I usually have are like the singles. They're not volumes or that sort of thing if you're thinking of manga. I'm just looking for some sort of an indicia. I don't see one. Maybe it's in the back. There it is. Twilight Zone 3D Winter Special, Volume 1, Number 1, April 1983. Hopefully I don't have to look through this and the 3D glasses. 1993. Published by Now Comics. Twilight Zone is trademark and copyright CBS Entertainment. Whoa. I don't know, what title should I add for the thumbnail? I don't think I have any more. No, that's it. So, what was that? 3 out of 6 books, so 50% more 3D. How does that sound? It sounds stupid, so I think I'll go with it. Since stupid seems to be intriguing these days. Very cool. Cover's in nice condition. Spine tick with a color break. Just right here. Another one further up. Thought I saw one. Yeah. So yeah, just right there, above my thumb. Pointy corners. It's a little bit of a spine roll or something happening. You can see how the pages are sticking out past the cover. Kind of give the spine a little squeeze, you can see. Maybe it's not a spine roll. No, there's no line. Usually when there's a beginning of a spine roll, you'll see kind of it's almost like a light trough down just about maybe half a centimeter from the spine. Sorry, 1/8 of an inch from the spine, but it could just be that it was more full, a lot of air in between the pages. The pages might have been a little bit plumper when they were first cut after being folded up and chopped into a book. Don't know. I can only guess. But it's just up here. It's not down here. Which kind of tells me it's something that happened when the book was being put together that materialized afterwards. Could be something as simple as the cover was added afterwards, after the rest of the guts of the book was folded up and the folio was chopped down. Could have been done in two parts. Don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Unless you worked in a print shop that, or work in a print shop that published comic books on a 4-color press. Next I've got, talking about bindery issues, next I've got from Marvel, Cloak and Dagger #1. Check this out. I probably don't even need to point it out to you. Something is off. Can really tell on the back as well. That's definitely a bindery thing. But it got through. Yeah. The inside, even part of the ad on the inside back cover is actually showing on the front inside cover. Cloak and Dagger Volume 2, #1. So Cloak and Dagger #1, that was a 4-issue, I believe. It's a 4-issue special. I'm trying it out. So it's Volume 2, #1. After all that 3D stuff. Copyright 1985. Rick Leonardi, penciler. Terry Austin, inker. Oh, very cool. Huh. It's got kind of a John Byrne feel to it. Nice clean artwork, colors pop. Really nice. Yeah, but overall cool. I mean, apart from the funky dramatic placement of the cover image. I don't know. Would that be considered a rare comic now? I'd have to check. I'd have to find myself an expert because I'm certainly not one. I just enjoy comic books. To find out if that has any bearing, because I know with some stuff like sports cards, for instance, if the image is not perfectly centered with equal white space around the printed image, if it's that type of a card, if it's not perfectly centered, then it's considered less valuable. So I don't know if this would be considered a less valuable comic or if it would be considered a rarity and more desirable. I don't know. I guess it would all depend on how you collect and what you collect. You know, I'm sure there are people out there who do collect comic books that that have bindery flaws, because it kind of adds to the story of the book. Lastly, I have, again from Marvel, the last couple of videos I was DC heavy, so making up for it now. I have a most excellent movie adaptation of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And not in 3D. At least I don't think so. It kind of feels like there's something going on with this, but it could be because it's a fairly bulky book. If I grab like a regular size comic book and I put it in such a way that you can see the thickness difference, right? It's quite a bit thicker. And I don't think it's because of the paper. No, the paper's the same thickness. It's just a lot more pages. 60 pages. Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure, Volume 1, Number 1, December 1991. By Marvel Comics. Art by Evan Dorkin. I think he did most, if not all, of the Bill and Ted books, didn't he? Seems like every Bill and Ted book I've found, Evan Dorkin did the artwork for it. But yeah, there's something has happened to this book. It almost feels like the inside of it got wet, because there's some water damage going on down here. I can kind of feel it. I don't know if the light's going to pick it up. I don't really want to crack the spine on this, but you can see near the spine, so the middle of the book, at the bottom, you can see how it's kind of, the paper looks like it's warping a little bit. Yeah, that's water damage. Which is unfortunate. It's too bad. Yeah, but that's part of the life of the book. It could be that it just sat in something, because the top seems fine overall. There's something going on with the front cover as well, but I'll get to that in a moment. Colors really pop in this. Really nice art style, but I mean, I'm a fan of Evan Dorkin. If you've been to the shop, then you know that I do have a selection of his stuff. Specifically the milk and cheese stuff, but also a few Bill and Ted books. So, but yeah, it's a shame. It says water damage inside the book. Not too bad on the back. It doesn't smell moldy or anything. It could just be a... Oh no, there's staining as well going on. Or something along the bottom, so it's sat in something. That's a shame. But yeah, the cover's definitely got some beauty marks. It's faded. And it's noticeable, I think, because I would imagine that this black ink is not a 4-color black. And so it's going to fade or look faded a lot faster than a 4-color black, because you can see the difference. You can see where you've got the border and then you've got the illustration that has the 4-color black in it, whereas that looks to me as though it doesn't even have any cyan and pumped in there as well. It's just straight black, which would make the registration a lot easier, and it would be cheaper, especially when it comes to like keeping this in register, the text along the top. But because of that, things like scuffs, you see they're huge, where am I? Huge folds. They show up more, spine ticks. But really the scuffing, like any little bit of scuffing on just plain black ink is going to show up more than a 4-color black or even a 2-color black. You can see it along here as well, where it's kind of ragged looking, but the actual cover edge is not ragged. The corners aren't too bad. Almost said the covers again. Corners aren't too bad. They're not spectacular, but they're not bad. It's just it's had a life. Maybe a little bit of abuse. It's definitely been enjoyed. Ha ha ha. But yeah, nice. It's a cool book. And like I said, it's a substantial amount of good reading. Yeah. Well, that's all I have for you this time around. So thank you very much. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully I'll see you at the shop sometime. And until next time, enjoy the dig, man. Cheers.